Hi, this is Sherry. I'm coming at you from Canyon Lake, and I'm braving the elements for you guys today. And look at what's happened. The sun has cooperated. It's been like this, rainy and crappy all day, although it's beautiful. Isn't that incredible? Doesn't that look like Hawaii right there? If you've ever been, that's what Hawaii looks like. And the sun came out for us. So, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, literally. Got my Doc Martens on too. Remember I told you guys I wanted my Doc Martens and I got them back. Ew! So look at this. Okay, while I talk to you guys, I'm gonna scan around because this is just so incredibly beautiful. Gosh, I don't even know which direction to look. It's so incredible. Okay, today we are going to be talking about the polar bear. My best friend Diane sent me these Doc Martens that came in the mail, and in the envelope came a couple of cards from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. One was the beach, and one was a polar bear in the snow. And I wait till you see what the cards are today, and then what I'm wearing. It's hysterical. It all goes together. It's so cool. Always does. Anyway, polar bear was on there, so I said, all right, that's it. Polar bear is going to be our totem messenger. So, polar bear wants you to know that the things that are going on in your life right now, whatever you've been dealing with, whatever storms have been going on in your life, they're resolving right now as we speak. Things are resolving, okay? So take a chill pill. It's only going to take a little direction from you. They want you to take time to observe the situation before choosing the course of action. Ooh. You know, before you figure out which way to go, they want you to take a little time to check out the situation, observe how things are going. Evaluate your fears, any fears that you might have, by looking at things that might make you react. Don't react. Are you being reactive? Or are you acting out in response? Know that, take a look at that maybe it's fear that's causing that to happen, and through understanding your fear, then you can resolve whatever the issue is. Gosh, it's getting dark. Sun's going down behind that cloud. We're gonna have to hope he pops back down, otherwise this is gonna be chilly because it's really, really cold right now. It was 53 degrees in Wisconsin today, and it wasn't even 40 here. So time's flipping our weather around. So polar bear, think about the polar bear as a very strong animal. It's reminding you how strong you are and how full of courage you are, right? So he's come here to help you stand up to whatever these current challenges you are in life. So you call upon the polar bear when you're going through these difficulties. No matter how intimidating things might get, you're never going to be overwhelmed. When you call on a polar bear, whoa, the weather is talking about that, man. It's getting gnarly. Storms are coming, right? So while the polar bear reminds you that you can thrive in environments that, one of the things that they're saying is that you can thrive in environments that are hostile. So it's interesting that I'm literally sitting on the dock here, and everybody's hunkered down, and I'm sitting out here in a hostile environment. So you can survive in a hostile environment. Polar bear wisdom tells you that. Even if you have to put your hood on. Okay, so polar bear. Alternatively, they might be telling you that he's here to guide you between this world and the spirit world, and show how easily that you can move between the two. We saw that yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw, I posted on my page. We had a double rainbow, and the double rainbow, the first one is very, very visible. That's the physical material world that we all see. And then the outer rainbow, which is a little less obvious, it's subtle, it's behind there, that's the spiritual world. So you have to blend and flow between the two worlds, and polar bear is here to help you do that. Here comes the sun again. If the polar bear is your power animal, you know how to use your power. You're fierce, you're strong, but you're also playful. You see them, rolling down the hills. They're these big giant teddy bears, but they're the fastest moving bears. They can move so fast across the land when they need to, and they're powerful. They're the strongest bear that there is. You're not afraid to show aggressive behavior, but you use it for defense. You're defending yourself. You're not somebody who's just aggressive, an aggressive, angry person. You do it in order to defend. So it's appropriate. You don't bully your way. You're a good provider, and you enjoy being responsible and providing for other people as well. So when polar bear comes to you in a dream, it signifies a reawakening. So when I saw that polar bear, it was in the snow, but it wasn't in a cave. It was in the snow and it was sleeping. So it's like rebirth, reawakening. I'm talking fast because the wind is really cold and I don't want to lose that sun. Alternatively, polar bear also may reflect a person in your life that you can depend on. He's going to do the right thing, or she's going to do the right thing. Also, you have the ability to compromise nothing to negativity. You're not gonna go into negativity. Polar bear and dreams are considered good omens, so it was good for me to see that polar bear lying in the snow, because he was dreaming. Also, polar bear talks about a fearlessness of never giving in to your problems. And polar bears and dreams often signify an improvement in the circumstances that you're going through. So we already were told that, right? Things are going to get better. Woo! Okay, I'm going to I should have taken my picture before I started this, because it's going to be black out here. Oh well. Shapeshifters, Oracle of the Shapeshifters. That's what we're going to be speaking about. And our first messenger, the first message is bats in the Belfry. See this girl? She's got bats floating above the air. You can achieve great things. The number is 7. 7, you're on the right path. I like her. She's very eccentric. Look at her outfit. She's kind of dressed like me. She's got kind of her own style. So what she's telling you is, people at this time might be saying you're a little bit nuts. They say, what is that expression? Bats in the Belfry, right? And you might think sometimes you are too. The current, you've gotten to the place where you are, and it's been a very difficult climb. It hasn't been easy. It's actually been very painful. And nobody has realized how you've gotten there. How did you get to that place? How did you get, to be in the successful position that you are, able to take care of things when you're a little bit nuts, They're kind of wondering about that. And you didn't climb on the back of anyone else, and you didn't fly. You worked your way up there, and it was very hard. So now that you're there, it feels good to be there. Right? And other people are looking at you, and it's a good place to be. It's peaceful. It feels high. Things are fresh and clear in the air where you're at. You are where you need to be right now, and pretty soon you're going to start a new journey. You're going to have to, at this time, kind of just wait. Take a little bit, enjoy the wind at your back. The wind is at my back right now, so it's kind of like detach yourself from any worries that you're having. You've done a good job. Enjoy the future in front of you. And if you do need help at this time, you only need to ask for help, because Spirit is there for you. And through the choices that you've made, other people have thought that you shouldn't have been able to get where you've gotten. And clearly you've done this because you've made the right decisions. And you're not limited by fear, by other people's ideas and other people's worries and concerns for you. You've been very brave, right? And the choices that you've made have brought you to a successful place. Look at that little coot. One little coot floating along the wall there. You've got a lot in front of you, is what they're saying. You've got the whole world in front of you. You've got options in front of you. They don't want you to get full of yourself because you've gotten to where you're at. And they want you to pay attention to what other people have to say. Like, listen to what other people have to say. Consult them, but always follow your own higher self. But at this time, take the advice. If you're going to take advice of anyone, take advice of others who have dared to follow their dream and gone against the grain. Those are the ones that you want to talk to, and those are the ones you want to pay attention to. Not by the ones who tell you to stay safe. Okay? Those ones. You stay safe. You're not going to break out of anything. Staying safe, you don't move forward. Please stay out for a little longer, son. Please. Let's whip through these cards. Okay. The next message we have: Hedgehog love. Positive, uplifting new friends. And you see this little girl, and she's surrounded by these hedgehogs. My friend Joris and I have been talking about hedgehogs lately. And he says they're prickly, aren't they? And I said, well, they can be, but they've got a very soft belly, and they like to have their bellies rubbed. So they're basically talking about a different kind of family. You found a new group of family, like I have. A group of maybe spiritual people or like-minded ones. They're like you. Here, let's watch the sun go down over our dark, cloudy skies. And at this time, they're going to teach you things. And for a while, you're going to be with these ones. You're safe with these ones that are like you. You have a feeling of belonging, a sense of belonging. You fit with these people. They're eclectic and eccentric and different like you are. And you're healing at this time very, very deeply on levels that other people may not even see. The protection that you have coming, or that you're soon will be coming and enjoying, is going to allow you to pull back any defensiveness that you've had. Like maybe you've had defensive armor on up around yourself to try and protect yourself, and that's going to be pulling back. You're not going to be needing to do that. is what they're giving me. And these ones that talk about, I've got my hair all in my mouth, these ones that have come to be part of your kin, this new soul family. Oh gosh, let's just do it that way. These ones that are like you, that have kind of like adopted you and brought you in, you know, they look different on the outside, just like you. They might seem prickly, you know, on the outside, but these people accept you for who you are. You know, this is like a true home you found, and despite the differences that you have, even amongst each other, the differences that you have kind of bring you together because you're different that way. And I wanted to show you what I'm wearing. Remember I told you that, I don't want my cards to blow away. Remember I told you when I got my Doc Martens, I was excited because I'm kind of eccentric myself. I'm actually quite eccentric. I just ripped my earring off. And I said, when I get my Doc Martens, I'm gonna probably mix them with a frilly dress. So here I am, and I've got, how can I do this? My stuff's blowing everywhere, my earring just ripped off. I wanna show you. This is the kind of people I'm wearing. Can you see? Move my finger. Come on, okay, all right. I'll show you what I'm wearing. So I've got tights, Doc Martens, a skirt, ruffles, lace, and I'm wearing a vest, a winter vest. And somebody might look at me and think, what are you wearing? I love what I'm wearing. I'm very, very eclectic and very, very eccentric, and I like it. So that's just an example. These people, these ones are different. Other people are gonna look at them and they're gonna think they're strange. I'm putting my earring in, fell out. They don't dress the way that other people dress. They don't behave the way other people behave. Like a woman my age probably wouldn't be sitting out on the dock in the freezing wind when everyone else is inside having a drink or by a fireplace. I find this fun. There's nobody else out here. Why is there nobody else out here? Look how freaking incredible this is. Thank you for coming back, Mr. Sun. So these ones that are gonna bring you into this group setting, these ones that are gonna be your adopted family for a time, that's what's drawing you together because you're so different like them, you know? And you're gonna be with these ones for a while. You're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna have, it's kind of a closed group because they're kind of misfits, right? Or I don't even like to say the word misfit, except for the society calls them misfits because they're so unusual. And this is gonna be your family. And you feel like you know, maybe you were an outcast at one time. There's all kinds of people that are outcasts. There's people that have, people that are, I'm not even gonna label people right now. I don't want to label because if I say anything and try and give you an example of who's, we all know who's an outcast, who felt like an outcast, right? And now you're not. You don't feel like an outcast. You feel like you fit. You belong and you talk. I have a group of a soul family. None of them are my natural family. I have an entire soul family in Wisconsin, all very different people. I have friends online that I speak to every single day that are very, very different, and I love them. They're very unique individuals, and we're alike. We click because we're different that way, and yet we're spiritual. So this is a group that's a spiritual group. And so this is this adopted family that even once maybe you were an outcast, now you've come home and you've found kind of relief from isolation and loneliness, which is absolutely a fact for me. I've been very lonely. I don't have my regular family. I don't have any friends really in California. I have just a couple. And that's by choice. I don't want to be out in a group of people that I don't resonate with, right? So I have had this family. Spirit has brought me this adopted family. My other family, like I said, is in Wisconsin. If I could get there, I would, but you know, money's an issue. So for you guys, this is what they're saying. For a while, you're going to be here. And when it comes time to move on, because you're going to have time to move on soon. Things are going to be shifting is what they're saying. They're going to be able to help you move forward. And some of these people, when you move on, they're going to stay with you in your life. They're going to go with you. And the ones that the old friends that have fallen away will be replaced by new ones. And maybe some of the old friends will come back. But you're going to move forward on your journey. You're going to keep moving forward. And at this time, these ones that have been in your life, all throughout, these ones that have remained loyal, they're going to last forever. These are lifetime friends. These are friends that you're not going to lose. That makes me really, really happy. I'm very, very grateful that I'm not going to lose the ones that are in my life because I've had a lot of people leaving my life and I'm kind of getting over it. So the next message before Mr. Sun disappears, the black cat, lost magic, atonement, rebalance. And you see this little girl, and she's holding on to her little black cat, and there's a scarecrow with crows in the back, and he's not a very nice looking scarecrow. So what it's talking about is someone in your life who is represented by the scarecrow has tried to be very harsh and scare people away because there's loneliness and pain. This person has felt empty, see, like an empty scarecrow. And they've said nasty words. They've been cruel maybe, and maybe it's a she or a he, who knows. But they've said these ugly things because there's pain inside of them that they haven't dealt with yet. And they've tried to inflict others with that pain, to push them away. You know, that's what they've done. It's like they're hurting, and so they hurt back because they've got this pain inside of them that they haven't been able to handle and they haven't been able to work through. But they're saying that the little one, the little girl here that looks so sad, her happiness is going to come back. She's holding on tightly. Look at, she's wearing the same kind of outfit as I'm wearing because I feel kind of like her, you know? And what they're saying is, whoa, please don't, ooh, almost lost my cards. What they're saying is that this comfort, it's going to come back, and there's going to be you've got this feeling of loneliness possibly at this time. Maybe you've been reveling in self-pity. You've been feeling bored or flat or like, you know, nothing's working around you. And what's going to happen is that little girl, she's going to be cared for again. And the magic that her cat has is going to come back to her. Gosh, that looks beautiful, that cloud right there. And that scarecrow, that one who was nasty and said mean things, is only going to have karma as a comfort. Unless they have learned to figure out what's wrong, and they've learned that they can be forgiven, and they can deal with the pain inside of them. That's what's going to happen. I'm sorry, this is like eating my hair. I don't know which direction to move in here. That way maybe. So anyway, they're saying right now there's a lot of things that are going on in this message. It's time to be softer. It's a time to acknowledge that you have maybe said unfortunate things. Maybe you've said hurtful words. It's a time to apologize if you need to. Oh, I'm gonna just let you guys look out because I can't handle this. Maybe for you, you're sad, you're lonely, the world is just like a void of all kinds of beauty for you right now. It doesn't feel like a very happy place. And you feel like you've been unjustly treated. But maybe there's something in this that you have done to draw this to you. You've got to look and see, what could I have done? You know, maybe we're not saying this to blame you, but they're saying, take a look. Take a look at what's going on. Understand how it came to be, and understand that it couldn't have come without some kind of contribution. You know, we're not blaming you or the other person. But by acknowledging whatever part that you have played, then like if you have done something, if there has been a problem with you and another, apologize. It's not that difficult to apologize. You know, I don't know why people have such a hard time apologizing. It makes things so much easier, you know, and if you've done that, good. But this other person, they're going to have that. This other one's going to have to do this. There's going to have to be an apology. There's going to be an opportunity for friendships to be brought back. Friendships that are meant to continue will be regrown. And the friendships that are meant to be lost and left and walked away from, you'll walk away from. The ones that still have life in them, they'll come back. You know, they'll come back when you have a part in it. When you put love into it and you put an effort into owning your part. That's what happens, you know? It's so easy once you come to somebody, when you apologize and you say, you know, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, I was going through this, or whatever it is. Just acknowledge it. That's all that's being asked of you, and it makes things just magically disappear. So they're saying at this time, there's going to be kind words that are going to be spoken. There's going to be amends made. As I said, there's friendships that are going to come back. Maybe you've experienced jealousy. Maybe you have been in a sticky situation or unhealthy energy that's been around you. So you need to, and you've been feeling, you know, it's been really rough. It's been sad. And I felt this way, and I feel very, very grateful for this loving soul families that I've been connected with myself that have kind of filled this void. But they're saying that there are apologies that are going to be made, and there are friendships that are going to be rehealed, and amends that are going to be made, and truths that are going to be spoken. And then if this is you that is expected to do this, to come forward and step forward and make these amends and speak your truth, watch the magic in your life start growing again. Okay, so the last message, gosh, where are my cards? I hope I'm sitting on them, You are unlike anyone else. I love this card. Your contradictions and your complexities are interesting. I'm thinking again about the way I'm dressed. I like the way I'm dressed. Look what I'm wearing. Isn't this kind of fun? I think it's totally fun. But anyway, I want you to look at these little butterflies. These aren't just regular butterflies. These butterflies are half butterfly and half frog. Look at this. Looks like a rainforest frog and a butterfly. So, ooh, cormorant. Love the cormorants. So they're very, very different. So we're very, very different. We have complexities. We have differences about us that are different than other people, and that's what makes us unique, and that's what makes it okay to stand out and be different this way. How fun to be unlike everyone else. How boring life would be if you were like everyone else, right? So maybe you're going through this metamorphosis. We're going through this rough kind of change in our lives right now. And everything seems to have lost a direction, possibly might feel meaningless, but we're saying it's going to be a regrouping, a retransformation. This again, new friendships. There's going to be repairing to a damaged relationship. They're specifically talking about a damaged relationship that is going to be repaired. They're talking about developing new friendships, working on your skills in areas that maybe have not been easy for you, making difficult choices about your integrity. Challenges that you've had to undergo, and you're not quite sure how things are going to come together at this point. And maybe other people are looking at you and they're saying, you know, what's your deal? I mean, who are you? You look strange, or you're acting different. You're making unusual choices, and I don't know you anymore. I know that's what's happening with my family. They're like, I don't even know you anymore. But you're making brave choices, and you're following your integrity, right? And a lot of times you're contradictory, and that's the way it is. You're supposed to be true to you, you know. Be a frog with wings. Wear Doc Martens and like a snow vest and a really frilly ruffly skirt. Put them all together if you feel like it. 2 hummingbirds just flew by. A pair of hummingbirds. Hummingbirds. Oh, I got to tell you something else too. Hummingbird represents accomplishing what may seem impossible to yourself and to others. It also represents lightening up and grabbing the joy and the sweetness in life. I have to tell you, that was a pair that are doing that, so it's really cool to me. What happened today, I went out on my patio and it was like this, right? It was this, and it was not like this, it was like this. And I was sitting out looking at my, I went out to look at my little plants that I brought from Sedona, and I had repotted some plants, and I was wondering how they were doing. And as I heard this, and I thought, wow, what a weird noise. And I look, and I'm so bummed that I didn't have my camera. But sometimes things are just for us, right? There was a baby hummingbird right here, like right here, probably 6 inches away from my head. And I just looked at it, and it went, okay, I'm going to show you how it went. It went over like this, and it kind of came over here, and it went and it sat on the top. First of all, it kind of just stood in the air because they're so amazing. That's the thing about hummingbird. The hummingbird, I'm very a fast speaker, right? I talk very quickly. I was told my whole life, you talk too much, you talk too fast, be quiet, you know, calm down, relax. And I was talking to somebody the other day about that, about how you don't look at a hummingbird and say, they fly too fast. You know, they're moving too quickly, they're erratic, they're going backwards and forward and up and down, like this little person here. We're talking about being a contradiction. A hummingbird is a major contradiction. They should not be able to fly. They're aerodynamically incorrectly built. They have these bodies that are bigger and these little tiny wings, but they are the only bird that can fly backwards, forwards, up, down like a helicopter, and they can fly hundreds of miles. They accomplish things that no other bird can accomplish. You don't look at a hummingbird and think negative. You look at a hummingbird and go, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing that they can do that, that they can stand perfectly still in the air. Like, what other bird can stand perfectly still in the air? None. Just a hummingbird. So you look at your negative qualities. I was telling Landon, my friend Landon Capel, I was talking to him on the phone the other day, and we were talking about our differences and being unique and different than other people. And instead of beating ourselves up, I've been attacked my whole life for the things about myself that I'm never going to change. I am the age that I am. I talk fast. I talk a lot at times. Other times I don't talk at all. I dress differently. I climb trees at this age. I'm 50 years old and I'm climbing trees, okay? I will climb trees until my body can't go up them anymore. I climb mountains. My father thought it was inappropriate for me to be, you know, in a truck or climbing mountains. You're too old to be doing that. You should be home. You should be going to a mall with your girlfriends or going out to tea. And it's like, I will never be that person. So I was saying to Landon, embrace your unique complexities and what makes you different than everybody else. Embrace that. And see that, and because what has happened in my life, I didn't do very well in school. It was hard for me to concentrate. I guess I had attention deficit. I have no idea. I wasn't labeled because my family didn't take me to that. But I had a really hard time in school. It was not my forte. We're going to be here for a brilliant sunset, which is going to be really cool. And I spent most of my time in the cloakroom. My desk was in the cloakroom because I was always looking out the window and I wasn't able to concentrate. I didn't do well in Spanish. My Spanish teacher said, as well as my math teacher, you probably shouldn't take this again next year, Sherry. I wasn't taught easily. I didn't learn easily. And what I want to say is I wasn't taught properly. They didn't know how to teach me. Don't you think it's hysterical that I'm a teacher and that I work for myself and I own my own business and I'm successful with it? Because Spirit has taught me how, look how beautiful, it's starting to glow. Spirit has taught me how to use what I have been told my whole life was a negative and take it and use it as a positive. I work on a hotline during the day for a psychic hotline and a counseling hotline. I work as a spiritual teacher on a hotline as well. And people call in and they pay by the minute. And so I have the clients that I have because I speak fast. I can get a lot out really quickly. So if I didn't have that negative quality, I wouldn't be making the money that I make. So I have been used to do this. There's a drone up in the sky up there. That's really cool. I think those things are the coolest things. It's gonna come over here and see what's going on. That's funny. Look at the color in the sky. So we're talking about embrace it, right? You don't have to choose between what other people think that you should be and who you are. You know, be different, be complex, be unique, be a contradiction. I am a complete contradiction. I'll say one thing 1 minute and I'll completely go the other direction another minute. You know, I'm a hermit. I talk too much. I talk a lot. When I'm with my friends, I get very excited and I'll talk to people in line, you know, at the grocery store that don't know me. And yet I'm very uncomfortable in crowds. That's a contradiction. You would think that I'm an extrovert, but I'm not. I'm an introvert, right? So think about yourself that way. You've gone through a difficult time. Being you hasn't been easy, but you've done well to keep going. And now you have begun to realize that the sacrifices that you've made and the changes that you've made are worthwhile. Although it has felt like for me that you've been in this constant middle ground, this kind of stasis of like, I'm climbing. When is it happening? When is it happening? When is it coming to me? You know, where is the outcome? It's repetitive tasks and judgment and criticism for the choices that I've made and for what we've made, right? Judgment constantly. And they're saying that right now, things are going to start shifting for you. Change is beginning now. Now is your time. This is a good year for many, many people. We have invented ourselves, right? And things that were difficult for us are certain things that were difficult are now going to be very easy for us. Doors that were open are going to now close. I mean, that is true. Doors that were open are now going to close, but doors that were closed, the ones that we really want and the ones that are in our highest good, they're going to open. Look at the colors coming. Oh my gosh. There's going to be more enjoyment and fulfillment, exciting people that are going to come in. But right now, maybe your decisions are being challenged, right? There's confusion maybe. Again, like I said, people don't know who you are. They might be drawing away from you. They might be drawing, ones that used to maybe want to be around you are not wanting to be around you. They're drawing away. Like I said, who are you? I don't even know you anymore. You're strange. I mean, I don't understand you. Because we have chosen to follow our own soul's path. They might feel betrayed. Ones that were close to us. Maybe I was given the choice. My family said you can come back to, you know, this religious organization and be the mother that we used to know, or you're out of our lives. And so I walked away. They're out of my life, and it's very sad. I have a beautiful, beautiful grandbaby I haven't seen. I haven't seen my son in almost 3 years, and it makes me sad. And yet I'm not going to stop being who I am. Even for that, because and that's what Spirit's saying, that some of these doors are going to close, but some will come back. You know, nothing is forever. So keep moving forward on your path. These are difficult choices, you know, and you're making choices that might seem odd to others, but you're being uniquely you, and you're refusing to be labeled, right? Who are you? What are you? People ask me all the time, what are you? Are you a psychic? I don't even know what to call myself. I just say I'm a spiritual teacher and I'm a shaman because I work with the animal messengers. But I don't know what I am. I don't have a label because I don't like the term psychic. It denotes kind of creepy things to a lot of people, and I don't want to be labeled like that. Are you a witch? You know, I personally feel that a lot of people are called witches. They're people that work with the elements. They're the people that work with the natural elements. They pay attention to the cycles of the moon and the sun and you know, the astrological events. I pay attention. I understand what happens with Mercury retrograde, and I know that the full moon is a time of releasing things. And oh, here it comes again. And I know that the new moon is a time for putting out your new moon wishes. So you want to call me a witch? You think about a witch, and a witch to me has got, you know, a wart on their nose, and they cackle, and they're old and ugly and creepy, and that's not me. A witch also casts spells and binds people. I don't do that. That's negative energy. There's a lot of people that do that, and so if you want to call yourself a witch, know that that's not who I am. I'm not that. But other people don't understand what I do, and a lot of times when people don't understand what we're doing, they're afraid of us. There's a little duck couple, husband and wife. So we refuse to be labeled, right? We've come up with approaches and exciting, innovative ways to do things that other people just don't get. But it works for us, right? And it's all of the dark stuff that they're saying. It's going to be, if we stick to our truth and go through these challenging times, we're going to get a place where we're accepted and loved for who we are. We are already loved and accepted by the ones that are the people that have grabbed onto us, right? This new kind of soul family that we have become a part of, that has kind of welcomed us in, right? We've been accepted by them. And there's going to be others that accept us in as well, that are going to be coming to us. We're a light, right? We're a light to the ones that are also going through dark times. And we have a light of our own because we're following our truth. We're following our path. We're reinventing our future, not only for us, but for other people like us. So when other people watch me, you know, maybe it makes it easier for them to do what might have been difficult for them to do before. I hope so. I don't really care. I'm not somebody who has ever followed anybody else. My girlfriend Erica and I were talking, I'm putting my cards down so I don't drop them. My girlfriend and Erica and I were talking about copy. You know, people copying. I have people that study what I do, and they try and copy the way I do things. And they never will be able to do what I do because they're not me. And she was saying it bothers her that, you know, she has a friend that's copying her, everything she does. And I said, oh, I know, it drives me nuts. Going this way. My mom used to say, you know, copy is the highest form of flattery. And I would say, I don't want to be copied. I don't want people to be like me. And I don't want to be like anyone else. I want to be like myself, right? I like being unique. I like being different. And if you don't like the way I act or dress or behave, or I don't really care. Now, there's other people that are less confident, or maybe the word isn't confident. Maybe the word is just, I know who I am, right? So, but maybe there are other ones that are more timid, and maybe if they look at my example or the example of others that are like me, I have friends that are like me, and maybe it'll make it easier for them to realize, you know what, it's okay. I don't have to be accepted by everyone else. I don't have to be part of that group. I can be different. And what makes me unique and fun and cool is that I am different. I like that, and I hope that I can be an example of that for other people that might be going through a difficult time, or people that have been shunned, or people that have been, I hate that word, but it's a fact. You know, religion causes a lot of division in family. And spiritual beliefs and spiritual decisions cause huge divisions. And shunning is a very unloving act. I don't feel that a God would ever ask for a family to shun another member. But like I said, when people don't understand something, it scares them. And it's not for me to make anyone understand. It's not for you to make anyone understand. Everyone gets their own choices, and everyone walks their own path. And we have to allow them to do that. And we have to be allowed to do the same thing. So those are our cards. That's our reading. My right hand is freezing, the one that's holding the phone. There, I'm going to put it in my pocket. I'm going to let you guys take a look around while I say my last final comments, which is if you would like a reading or help with dream analysis or long-distance Reiki healing, I'm a life coach. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. I'm on Google+, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Angels Whisper Sherry Columbus. I don't have my private page open anymore. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com if you want to book a reading or some time for a life coach session. I love doing that. I was working with my girlfriend last night, Christine. And I work online, like I said, but I always make time, and I set time aside for my private, my personal people. It always comes before that. So I always say, and I will say, that if you are writing to me on my website and you don't hear from me the first day, like the very first day, if you don't hear from me, do write to me on my private email, because somehow I don't get them all the time. And as I say, I'm very, very prompt with getting back to people. I do my readings right away, and I definitely communicate right away. I'm very, very prompt with that. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I think it's been really cool. I'm very appreciative that the sun came out when it did, and we got to see this incredible coloring in the sky. Oh, yum. I love the white cranes. I don't know if you guys saw those. There's a grebe. No, it's not. It's a grosbeak. I keep calling it a grebe. It's a grosbeak. I'm getting to know these birds out here. I'm getting to know them. All right, that's it, you guys. Sun's going down. Clouds getting dark. It is truly freezing. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I am going to go in and snuggle with Lily and Liger. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get... I love my outfit. I can't wait to see what people say when they see me walk in the store. But I'm gonna go get, for my Doc Martens, these shoelaces are little. I want to go get some lacy, frilly shoelaces. You know, like the gossamer kind of like sheer ones. I'm gonna see what I can get. I don't know, and dress them up. If I can get some black ones, it'd be really cool. So I could have like something pretty and frilly in my Doc Martens to go with my lace. But I told you guys I was gonna do this, didn't I? Here, I want to show you my outfit. You can see how different I dress. Can you see? I don't know if you can see it. The light's all weird. Why is the light so weird? There. Oh no, every time I change it. Oh, look at that. Look at that, look at that. Oh my gosh. Can you see it that way? Sometimes when I turn it backwards, you can't see it. I mean, when I turn it full on, front ways, you can't see it. There. Oh, it's like a rainbow on the water. Is it really there? Or is it just me? No, it's really there. Oh, look. Can you see? Oh, wow. I'm going to take a picture. Hold on. I'm holding you guys here. This is funny. There's like a rainbow right there and a rainbow in the water. Yay. Peace. Oh, I love that. Oh, look at the water. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to do that and I hope I can see it. Oh, I can. So if I turn my camera right there, the reflection of the sun. Oh, that's just incredible. I'm in love with nature. I'm in love, love, love with nature. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Father, for such an incredible gift. Love my lighthouse. Okay, that's it. Peace, love, and light.